Welcome to the Super Impactful Podcast. This podcast was designed to highlight the many ways that we're leading with impact in Duncanville ISD. This podcast will give you an inside view of what we're doing in the City of Champions. Welcome to the Super Impactful Podcast. Today, we're recording our third episode of the podcast in the newly created CTE video production space at Duncanville High School, and super excited to have this opportunity to have this podcast not only recorded in this great space, but to have our own students leading all of the efforts to record the podcast today. Today, I have a very special guest with me, and it's our very own Miss Ayanna Parker. Miss Parker, how are you today?
I am doing fine. Thank you for having me today.
Good, and thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Yes.
So, I'm 20 months into leading Duncanville schools, almost up to 2 years, and when I think about people who know Duncanville, your name always comes to mind. Duncanville is a community, it's a family, and when we think about that family environment, your name always comes in mind as being a big part of that family. What can you tell me a little bit about yourself, about your experience in Duncanville, and why people say you are Team Duncanville?
Yes. Well, this is actually my 31st year in the district.
In Duncanville?
In Duncanville.
Wow.
So I started teaching here, and it's been my home for my educational career. Started teaching at Central Elementary.
Okay.
Fourth grade teacher, and then moved up into different leadership positions throughout the district.
So you currently serve as a principal in the district. So You
Yes.
said you started as a teacher. I'm sure you went to many different roles there,
Yes.
but now you're a principal.
Yes.
What role had prepared you the most to be a principal?
I think my role as an instructional coach
Okay.
prepared me the most for being a principal and coaching teachers, and then really volunteering to do other leadership positions during that time.
Okay.
Helped to prepare me.
Good.
Yep.
So when I entered the district, you were the principal of Central Elementary. I just
Yes.
made a connection. You
Yes.
started teaching at the
Yes.
school where you later became the principal.
Yes.
So for this last year, because of our bond efforts, Central has been offline, but it's actually going to come back next year. And when we talk about our bond and things like that, I have to take every opportunity to thank our community for passing a $170 million bond, which is helping us to totally reinvent our district. And Central's playing a big part in that.
Yes.
Last
Yes.
year, you were the principal of a K-5 elementary school. This year, it's offline. What's to come at Central?
So exciting things are coming
Exciting.
for Central. So
Okay.
this year, I've been leading the vision in reopening the campus as a fine arts academy. So really working closely with district leaders and staff in preparing the vision for the fine arts, making sure that we are having strong academics while integrating arts integration within our fine arts.
As superintendent leading the school, one of my charges has been to how do we reinvent our school district? And, we're in a season now where certainly every child deserves a strong neighborhood school to go to, but Central's going to be a little different in that Central Fine Arts Academy is one of our first schools that will not have an attendance zone. It's going to be a school that's a fine arts academy and will draw from all over the district. Talk to us a little bit about those things that families can expect if they choose to send their children to Central Fine Arts Academy.
Yes, so it's going to be I'm just so excited because our students will have the opportunity to explore the fine arts with dance and theater, music, piano, choir. So our third through fifth graders will have a fine arts focus, while our kinder through second grade students will experience the fine arts. So that's just really exciting. A lot of times we think about fine arts with our older students in high school and middle school, but fine arts has played, in my life, just a really big impact as a child. And there's been a lot of research that supports the development or the exercising different parts of the brain with fine arts. And it supports academic achievement. So I'm excited about how it's going to impact our students with achievement as well as their exploration with the fine arts. So
All right.
I'm really
I'm
excited.
gonna hold you to that achievement bar
Yes,
now.
yes, yes.
You know, Ms. Park, I will say though, one thing, when I entered the district, again, as I mentioned earlier, you were at a K-5 elementary school. And when we thought about it, well, who's the right person to lead a fine arts academy? There are some skills that you look for. And I tell you, you have excellent, you've developed, you have demonstrated those skills that lead me to know that you are the right choice to lead our fine arts academy. Talk to me a little bit about some of those trainings and things that that you've utilized over the last years, so that you will incorporate those things to continue to build on our fine arts vision in our district.
Yes, so one thing that many people may not know is that Central is a part of CETA. And CETA is it's coupled with the Kennedy Center. It's changing education through the arts. And so I applied to be a part of one of their CETA national schools, which was a pilot program, which has supported our integration of the arts. But Central was chosen as one of 5 schools within the United States to be a part of changing education through the arts.
Wow. So, and I just think that's a plug so that all of our community knows that this is something that we have invested in. It's something that we've actually spent time and we have developed the themes around what will happen at Central.
Yes, not only that, being a part of that, but they've also provided professional development, not only for me, but also for the teachers that worked at Central in the past. So we are continuing that partnership within this next school year. So then whatever teachers are coming to teach at Central Fine Arts Academy will receive the trainings as well.
So suppose I'm a teacher and I want to teach at Central. What do I need
Yes.
to do?
Well, go to, those applications are open now. So
Okay.
go to our Duncanville ISD job portal and choose Central Elementary, and those current postings are there now. So you can apply now, whether you're in the district or externally.
Right. All right. Well, you know, when I think about Central too, and I think about teachers, I have to think about the kids. Suppose
Yes.
I'm a kid or a family, and I'm interested in Central. Is it too late? How do I get my child enrolled in Central?
No, it is not too late. So go to the district webpage. On the main page, scroll down to the bottom, and then there's an icon that says Choice Applications.
Okay.
So families can choose that link, and go in and apply for Central Fine Arts.
Right, and I'm so excited because Central Fine Arts Academy is a part of our Champions Choice opportunities in the district, and this is just a great example of how we are going to make sure that we provide families with those choices that they're looking for.
Yes.
You know, when I think about Central, I think about our leadership definition, and you know, there are different values of our leadership definition. I think about elevating excellence when I think about Central. And, you know, and I would love your take on that, because I do believe that this is going to be an opportunity, not only because fine arts create excellence in opportunities and performance, but it also creates that time for our school district to show those excellent things that we can actually do. What are
Yes.
your thoughts on that?
I completely agree. So as we are focused on those fine arts and integrating the arts, but also focused on that academic rigor. And so we want to see our students excel not only academically, but also within the fine arts as well. So creating those opportunities for our students to excel and showcasing them throughout the year. So I'm really excited about what they're going to do academically as well as within the fine arts.
So what other leadership component of our leadership definition do you think Central will exemplify?
I think lead change, because
change, okay.
it has taken really some thoughtful and intentional planning to reopen as a fine arts academy. So really thinking about staying future focused, thinking about how we can reimagine our instruction and redesign systems so our students can be successful with academic growth as well as with those fine arts experiences.
Very good. Now, something else that Central will provide to our community is our first K-8 experience. So Central Fine Arts will eventually be a K through 8th grade school, which provides for a great connection after 8th grade to our programs at Duncanville High School. Talk to me about how you're going to open the school and what our plans are as we grow to be a K-8. I want to certainly make sure that our listeners understand our vision there.
That's a great question. So next year when we open in the fall, we will open as a kinder through 5th grade campus, and then each year we will add a grade level. until we are kindergarten through 8th grade. So for example, next year we'll be K-5, and then the following school year we will be K-6 until we are kinder through 8th grade, which I think is a great opportunity for us to purposefully design what our students' educational experience will be at Central.
Right, really exciting too. One thing I'll say, going back to our leadership definition, and I agree with you, and I love what you spoke to when you talked about lead change. But I think also when I think about learner-centered, earlier you
Yes.
spoke about students having the opportunity to explore those things that they're interested in. But then I think about as they hit that middle school grades, and certainly when they come to Duncanville High School, they will find that learner-centered, that approach, that area that they're interested in, and they will be able to farther develop into that. So,
Yes, and expanding those opportunities for the students.
right.
So really focusing on how we can keep our instruction student-centered and expanding all those possibilities for our students.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
Yes.
great. So I've asked you a lot of questions, and we've had some wonderful dialogue today,
Yes.
but I do like for the podcast to be interesting. And I like to throw something in at the end that's kind of a surprise. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a chance to ask me a question.
All right. So, what excites you about where we're going with fine arts within Duncanville
Oh, wow.
ISD?
First off, I am extremely excited about the fine arts programs that we see at our high school. So when I think about being excited, when I think about an opportunity to even fine tune and refine those products that we're sending to the high school, when I think about students and families having an opportunity for students who are looking for something to just spark their interest in school, I see Central Fine Arts Academy doing just that. And I just get so excited when I think about students just having that focus, something that they love about school, that they're going to continue to build upon and grow upon as they, matriculate through school and ultimately graduate. And I think about all of those musicians, those actors, those dancers that will begin that craft right here in our elementary school.
Yes.
and provide for their families based on that.
Yes.
So, I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
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 So, Ms. Parker, what else would you like to share? Is there anything that we didn't cover today that you think our listeners need to know about Central Fine Arts Academy?
Yes, I want our families to know that as we are planning for Central Fine Arts Academy to open, that it has been done with intention, with heart, and with high expectations. And so if you are interested in your child with having the opportunity with creative expression, with academic rigor, then Central Fine Arts Academy is the place for you. So go to Duncanville's website, scroll down to the bottom, and click Choice Applications and apply for your student to enroll in Central Fine Arts Academy today. Space is limited, so don't wait.
Don't wait. All right. I love it. And thank you so much, Ms. Parker, for being a part of that positive change in our school system.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to the Super Impactful Podcast, where we highlight those who lead with impact and create championship experiences in the City of Champions.